Hi, welcome to the central office and the office of the executive director. I'm Bill Schilling, your executive director. I've been that for just over 25 years now. As you can tell by looking around my office, I've accumulated a lot of mementos, water good cup from the Seagrists, a very beautiful water good bottle from Patty Lamar, who was host of Congress in Palm Springs back in the day. This is kind of our my home away from home, I suppose, has been for over 25 years now. We're glad that you're here touring the central office today and really appreciate the support you continue to give the fraternity. It very much appreciated and a place you should all visit when you are able to.
We are currently sitting in the central office in the boardroom, and it was part of one of the renovations in 2010.
You can see here we're surrounded by a lot of DSIG memorabilia, which makes it a really cool place for the DSIG board members to hold board meetings and be surrounded by everything DSIG.
Behind us, we have the wall of photos of grand presidents, and these are really comfy chairs.
This is the chapter map. Each pin designates a Delta Sig chapter. You can see here the number 43 chapter from Miami University of Ohio is also where the central office is located. You can see we have no chapters in Alaska so far, but to our brothers in Hawaii, aloha.
Here's our wall of executive directors. Congratulations to Bill Schilling, who just celebrated his 25th anniversary as our current executive director.
Welcome to the wall of Delta Sig memorabilia. Why don't you walk with me down the hallway? You can see a few Congress chapter dinners with a bunch of brothers at them, some of our old marketing material, and our personal favorite is our late brother, Nick Steinkrause's District Director of the Year Award.
This wall is a collection of all the Form 19s for Delta Sig. You may have filled yours out online, but up until the fall of 2003, all registration forms or membership forms for Delta Sig were filled out by paper. Some people will come here and look up famous alumni or friends, but one that stands out is famed Kentucky basketball coach Adolph Rupp. Adolph Rupp was so successful, the University of Kentucky even named their current basketball stadium after him. And Adolph won the 1966 Delta Sig of the Year.
One of the fun items we have here at the CO is a dumbwaiter. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's a mode of transportation that fancy homes used to have in the olden days. Oh, you weren't supposed to see that.
Another neat feature of the CO is the Building Brotherhood book campaign outside in the courtyard. A few of our brothers are going to point out neat bricks that some of the brothers in the past have paid money to put their name on.
Some notable bricks are of the founders. So here we have Alexander McKay.
We have Alfred Moisello and Harold Valentine Jacobs.
and our last founder, Henry Tinkin.
A couple of other notable bricks include one of our keynote speakers, Tim Augustine, and our personal favorite, the Miami University Alpha Upsilon brick.
Some of these bricks are in memorial of passed away brothers, and one that's special to me is my brother Scott French from my home chapter, Xi Upsilon at Marshall University. He had a disability, and he never let it stop him from being involved in everything. And really, after talking to his family and everything, after his passing and everything, we kind of got to understand how deep of a meaning Delta Sigma Pi had to him. He had told his parents, it was one of the only organizations that he had been involved with that he never felt like people judged him because of his disability or made that anything about his personality and the person he was. So it's sad to miss him, but it's a great way to definitely memorialize those brothers of ours.
Behind us we have our 4 founding fathers. These 4 men started the very first chapter in 1907 at New York University School of Commerce, Accounts, and Finance. Above me here we have Alexander Frank Mackey and Alfred Moisello.
We have Harold Valentine Jacobs and Henry Albert Tinkin. And bonus question, which of our founders' ashes are in this box? Let's see. Trick question, none.
In the 1940s, while Delta Sigma Pi was still not a co-ed fraternity, women would attend the Grand Chapter Congress with their husbands. And while doing so, they decided to create their own organization called the Royal Order of the Pink Poodles.
Although we're founded on professionalism and business, being social is a very big aspect of Delta Sigma Pi. So these women would get together and get to know each other and bond so that they could too have that brotherhood.
What's going on, guys? What the heck are these cool things?
These are boxes used before technology was relevant, and it was used for our brotherhood to vote on either candidates, decisions within chapters, and basically just take a cube, yes or no. We have different cubes and spheres. Cast your vote in secrecy. Yeah.
And I thought paper was cool.
Here we have the Delta Sigma Pi Centennial Time Capsule. It was created in 2007 and it isn't to be opened until 2107. You may wonder why it's inside, but that's because we won't ever lose it if it's inside.
When you think of the year 1975, what comes to your mind? Maybe the end of the Vietnam War? The movie Jaws coming out?
Or it was when it was voted on to let women into Delta Sigma Pi.
Here here to the founders badges, and here is the original design of the badge that was used until we went to, if you look here, probably about the fifth one into the Pearl badge, which is the common badge up through most of the 30s. In the 30s, because of depression and cost, they came up with a more simplified version without the pearls, which would be the one next to it, which is the most common badge today, which is most brothers wear. Here we are in the library, and in the library we have a number of documents. So, for example, these are bound copies of the proceedings of the Congresses. So we have these in bound books up here. We have petitions, so if your chapter, whenever your chapter was installed before then, each chapter put together their documentation. As you can tell, the older ones were a little thinner, the requirements a little smaller, and to more robust copies here. Also in here we have copies of the programs from the original installations, and we also have the Delta Sig magazines over here. So I could just point out, for example, I'm from the Alpha Omega chapter, DePaul University, Chicago, and when you look at the program, you'll see these are similar per chapter, and they'll tell you who the initiates were, who the ritual teams were, and in fact they'll even let you know what they had for dinner.
Thanks for joining us today. It is one thing to tour the office virtually, but coming here and seeing this on site is a completely different experience. Please be sure to add this to your bucket list of things to do. And of course, if you ever find yourself in the Cincinnati area, you want to make sure to visit us. On behalf of the Cincinnati Alumni Chapter, as well as special thanks to the Alpha Upsilon Chapter at Miami University, to all our brothers, happy Founders Day.